daughter, she's so cute.
พูดภาษาไทย
ไอจะทำอาหารผัดบนเส้นใส่ผักก็หมูไอลืมไอทำบนเส้นเมื่อคืนหมดแล้วเพราะว่าไอเมคซุปไว้
Love you.
Love you that way.
Okie dokie. Calm that down. Calm that down. Clean your brush off and use what's on there. So clean my brush right off, there's nothing on it. And I'm using the paint that I put on, the very little paint that I put on. That's top secret info. Clean off my brush completely. There's nothing on it. And then we use what we've already applied. That's how you, like, for small details, like very nuanced direction. The white color that I put on was a little too bright, so I'm just kind of tamping that down, and then I don't want to lose what I've made already, so I want the brush to be really clean and sharp so that I can put the details that I want. Probably need to look at a couple Joker references. It's like a combination of Heath Ledger and the new Joker. I don't like that eye. Get to kind of play around with it if you take your time. I'm still okay to make mistakes. Probably gonna go in a direction where it's kind of my own version versus ripping it right from the latest Joker, because I kind of want it to be a little confused. Now we're jumping back over here. What's the correction at the end of Lingu's life? What does he say? I am dying or something. Hey everybody. I am dying. What does he say at the end of his life? I forget. Anybody? What does he say? What does he say? I am dying. He's saying something when he's falling apart at the end of his existence. I was thinking, but I forget what he says. Someone's got to know that one. Come on. Actually, we'll go a little dark. So my shadows don't really have a real light source. I just add shadows wherever I want. That's probably not the best advice, but it's kind of how I like to play. So I'm thinking over here will be darker. I am done. Anyone? What does he say? What does he say at the end of his life? Lingu. Lingu, no. What's his, he corrects, and I can't remember, is it Homer or Bart that is holding it? Or is it Lisa? Oh God, I need to know that. It's gonna drive me crazy. Probably a little too dark, but it's fun to work with it. And I don't think you want to go all the way. And we can just add like a little shadow here. And we'll add a little shadow for him. Doesn't really need to make sense. It just needs to look good. That's one of my rules, right? I don't care if it makes sense, just look good. I am dying. Anyone? What does he say? It's gonna make me crazy. I don't have anything to offer you other than a please, thank you so much. But I want to know what Lingu says as he's dying and who is holding him. Simpsons trivia. What does he say? And who's holding him? So I put on my shadows and then I go back to the lighter color to blend them together like that, where I want. Calm things down. Also like calm which is kind of like a style choice. Like see, these black lines are pretty thick in The Simpsons, but I'm kind of toning them down, which is probably not the best idea because then it makes everything around here. That means I have to kind of work on everything, which I wasn't planning on doing. I'm gonna keep asking. What does he say? Lingu is dead. Yes. Who is that? Damien. Lingu. Lingu is dead. And who's got him? Bart? I kind of feel like it's Bart. Or is it Lisa? Lingu is dead. I knew it was something about dying, clearly, but thank you. My brain can't move on from stuff. It just keeps repeating it over and over and over again, even if it's really like silly. I just can't. My brain, like, if I wasn't doing live, I would have looked it up 20 minutes ago, just for my own brain to like be satisfied and move on with my life. I don't know if that falls under a gift or a curse where I just can't move on. I'd say probably more, I think I appreciate that. Like my brain just can't, it's almost like literally like a robotic glitch. Or if I just get sidetracked or like distracted, then it goes away. Let's try some. Lingu is. Damien for the win. Sometimes my line work will blow me away. I'm like, wow, look at you. And then sometimes it's like so sloppy. I think the secret to that, again, is get your brush right, which I harp on about every time I talk on here. Get your brush right means like clean it off, wash it off, get the right amount of paint on it, make sure the tip is to your liking, to your specifications. You don't want a lot of paint on it when doing small details, believe it or not. You don't need a lot of paint. You think you do, you do not. You can use already what's on the canvas. These lines are a little thicker, so I'm happy that they're at the bottom. There's a little more shadow at the bottom. Lingu is dead. It's like a song. People, what do they call it? Earworms. Earworms. Like a song will just stay in your head all day. Or when you're doing something and unconsciously you're just singing it over and over and over again. It's just, I think I have a lot of things like that all the time. But it's not like impenetrable, because I think I have something locked in, and if I don't write it down, like an idea or something, it will go away. And I'll be like, oh, what was that? What was I thinking about all day long, and now it's gone? So write it down. I have books and my notes in my phone. I think this is a little too dark. don't like this foot. It's causing me. Oh, now I do like this foot. Feet are weird. It's almost not about the detail as much as it is like the positioning, the angle. Hands are even a little bit different than feet, for me. Because feet just have to look like they're standing or sitting, like they have to, hands can do all kinds of different things. So in a way they're almost a little more forgiving. But feet, when they're off, man, they are so off. Whereas hands, you can kind of get away with stuff. But feet are like a little like, kind of people seem to, or at least I can notice when a foot just looks wrong, especially with my own stuff. Like, that's just not how a foot looks, that's not how a foot sits. And then when you have it, you're like, yeah, that looks like a foot. I'm not even talking about a good one, it just looks, at least it looks like a foot, not some random object. So then you tidy up your line work. You see earlier I was doing the lines. Very little paint on the brush. And then I can kind of clean up some of those lines. And if I have to go back, it's back and forth. So I didn't say that. I saw somebody really explaining what I believe really well in my feed. And they're just talking about making line. Oh, I probably could find it. I can't remember the artist, but they just did a really great job of explaining the idea of like, you're just, I say it like this, but you're fixing the state. So you need something to start with in order to fix it. That's how I describe it, but they had a great explanation about just putting lines down and correcting those lines over and over again, which is exactly the same thing, right? But you need those lines to even begin somewhere. So when I put a line down, in theory, it's just getting me closer to the results I want by putting marking up the canvas. I'm just getting closer to what I want. Now it could be off, like these lines that I'm putting in right now, that kind of just changed it pretty dramatically. In this case, it's kind of like, well, I'm not really looking for that. So I'm gonna kind of go back, like we're gonna go, right. So now I'm going back up. In this, because I don't really know what I'm looking for, so I'm exploring. I'm just being delicate when I explore. Not making anything rash. I don't like it yet, that's okay. It might need a couple layers, maybe today I might need to give it some breathing room and hit it again. And I even can say like, oh, I think I liked it better 4 minutes ago. But we're just not done. So like those kinds of thoughts don't mean anything. So what? You liked it 4 minutes ago, just keep going. And if it needs room to dry and breathe, give it that room and space. Cool, you liked it 4 minutes ago. Well, doesn't mean anything. We're not done. Gotta fix the feet. The hands are something. The dress I like. I guess these books. Looks like he has like a paint chest or something. I don't know if I can get that. Let's see. This looks red, more than pink. Looks like he's got lime green arms. Just kind of getting him, oh shit. All this is acrylic, and then this is, what I'm doing now is oil on top of the acrylic. This is now oil. One kind of thing I was just thinking about, like, you get lucky, oops, when you keep going on it, like some things come together like out of nowhere. But then I'm thinking it's not really luck because you just keep going and going. So eventually you're gonna get lucky if you just don't stop, and then you're like, you have to have the wherewithal to know when to stop. But when it's not done, for example, like this, I just keep going and going. Adding a little like backlight on this hair. Now is the time. Let's get my brush right and try what happens when I do. I want the eyes at the top. There's some heavy shadow going on. I think I need to look at a photo. I'm not sure about his nose. Maybe we'll just stay away. Let's do it myself. With very little paint on the brush, I can make little marks. And one little mark's not going to do much, but a bunch of little marks do a lot. And when you get older, your eyes are weird. They adjust. My eyes sometimes when I'm painting, it's a bit blurry, and then they all of a sudden just get into focus randomly. And it depends on the distance where my face is from the panel. Can change how clear or blurry something is. I think we are going to put like those stupid eyebrows. I'm not even sure. Yeah, he's got the eyebrows up here. We're going to do that. So it's like a mashup. of jokers. Lady Blue is dead. Now back to the Joker. I'm not sure what's gonna make it come together yet. The mouth seems to be sticking, meaning like, I think I'm kind of fine with it. It looks like it has like buck teeth or something, like rabbit teeth. I like it. I don't care if the eyes are, but the makeup kind of, and then the forehead is a mess. So clean your brush. We're gonna go not extreme highlights, but just brighter. A little liquid in there, not so it's not very transparent, but now I'm gonna sculpt. What happens if, let's try the playing with the nose. Yeah, I probably should just look at a reference photo now because I do like that mouth. So the mouth is great. The mouth is my favorite part so far because it looks like he's got like little rabbit teeth. Just tooth. Rabbit tooth. And we'll cut into the makeup. We lost some of his again, kind of help with shaping the face with these outside highlights. A little glimmer in his eye over here. What's that mouth from, like one of those cartoons had the buck teeth like that, or like the witches, or maybe it's Alice in Wonderland, the Queen. I think that's what I'm thinking of, the Queen of Hearts. She's got those teeth. Wow, look at that. Wow, look at that. Let's play, I kind of think the thing is here. Oh wow, it's like the Frankenstein thing. Just calm it down a little bit, I kind of like that, so. You don't need to really blend it, just touch it. Just touch it with a dry brush. Just touch it. And let it sit for a minute. You can fix that in 10 seconds. So just let it sit, see what it does to your mind. How much you do like it. Do I want her to then now turn into the, what do you call it? That Frankenstein's bride, Bride of Frankenstein. Okay. Be careful where you put highlights, kind of, especially when you're trying to like get somewhere. Like I was gonna put something here, but I don't think so. And if it is very, yes, it's too much. So clean my brush and just move around what I have. I don't know where we're pulling this eye. Up, down, left, right. I don't know. So I've gone quite bright again, but just to see where this eye is gonna land. Sometimes maybe the other eye needs to come together. Is it gonna be big? Is it small? Is it beady? There's kind of some imperfections in the makeup. There's some chin, what do you call it? Chin folds. The nose is actually better than what I had it before. I like that. I'm gonna go darker again. Bring out some of these lines here. We're gonna put a little shadow. Calm some of these things down. Ooh, ooh la la. Ooh la la. Got some neck folds and some chin folds happening. Calm down some of these marks, but you just, sometimes you have to exaggerate stuff to get what you need. That's fine. This is just, now we've departed from any references that I was using to just, you know, my own kind of vision and experimenting and remember I said it's not just one mark, but a bunch of little marks. That's what we're doing now. We're just doing a bunch of little marks. So I'm gonna, remember I just said exaggerate, so by exaggerate, I want I need something there. That's not enough. More. Yeah. Yeah. I have like a very dark value right now. Almost the dark, almost lamp black. Almost. I don't want it everywhere. I just pick and choose where it's gonna go. But it helps really kind of distinguish some of the shape of the body and stuff. You can also shape some of the figure. And it goes such a long way. I haven't touched the palette forever. Now there's a little less paint on it, so my brush is a little tighter. You can get in those small details. That tooth is gonna stay, baby. That tooth is gonna stay. I want the blue, there's like, this is just stylistic and experience here, but when you have like, it's kind of like it goes bright, dark, a little brighter, very dark here. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So you saw I just added a little, but now we're going darker here. That's purple, okay. And we come back. Let's mix these together here. Very lightly. I'm not mixing, I'm just patting that seam, patting. Yeah, there you are. Pulling it up, not down. Pulling some of that blue in there. Layers are good, so let's say I just did all this work and we don't like it, it looks stupid, doesn't work, whatever. Layers are good. Layers are good, especially with oil painting. Because they all come together, they start to compound. Unlike my savings account, it compounds, so they all work together. Not always, but in general, because then when I let it I'm gonna have lunch soon, I let this dry, and then when I come back, I can use some of that again. So now we're gonna go a little brighter, but I'm gonna stay away from the purple. I don't know how the purple got in. I also don't love this blue, but hey, it is what it is. So now I went to a lighter blue, just subtle. Just a bit, a little more blue, so the tone has changed, and a little higher in value, very subtly. We're even going to go higher in value now. Over here. Just added a little white to the mix. It's also very translucent, transparent. It's very, very like a wash. Go to a dry brush. I don't like the hair yet, but I really am telling you the truth. I'm just getting some layers in there so that I can have something to work with in later today. I want something, I didn't want it to leave it where it was, because in a couple hours or an hour or something, it'll be a little tacky and it's a lot more to work with. That's why I said, like, even if there's this purple in here or whatever, like, it's fine. I just need something to work with later today. So get it in there. Same with the face, same with the skin. The dress, I wanted to, ideally I'd like to get some things completed here, but glue will have to dry, then I can tidy that up later today. Mix a bit of I put a yellow wash on the Joker, Marge Joker. But we're gonna go over it with a bit more. I do have a reference for this chair and foot. There's very little paint on the brush. Same kind of premise, I just want some marks on here. This is the first time I'm putting like the first details, as far as before it was just keep shaping and shaping and shaping. I wasn't really concerned about any sort of the skin texture or anything. Now I am. Again, because normally the details will take a couple times. Like I don't put just details on and then it's finished. And we are still kind of sculpting a little bit, which is fine. And then you'll notice like, okay, it's a little too, let's add some peach, some pink, some more pigment. Just a little backlight, it just helps with sculpting. Knowing it's a foot, you got your ankle. This texture will help further my piece later on today, especially. Food's here. Sorry. Wow. Thanks, man. Okay. It's time to love you and leave you. And I'm gonna let this, that's why I was just quickly, I knew food was coming, so just get some details in there. All right. You'll probably see the full reel come out later today.